All right. So, do you want to talk about the James Harden trade, or should we get out of here?
I guess we can get out of here. I mean, unless you want to just take a moment to go, I told you so, because you did tell us
Yeah,
so
yeah, I do, I
2
do,
years
I
ago.
do, I do. Fuck James Harden. Screw you. Don't tell me I don't need a system. I am the system. You are a system of eating shit and losing. That's what you are. So look, I've been saying for I don't know how long that the James Harden trade is a disaster, and people acting like, oh, Philadelphia did really well. They got expiring contracts and draft picks. Like you're trying to win the title. Like they had Ben Simmons and Seth Curry and some draft picks, and they turned that into what? Nothing. Draft picks that won't be any good for 4 or 5 years from now. Now, I know they're going to use all that stuff and trade for something else. Whatever. Philadelphia screwed up this situation. And, this is why James Harden is on my list, Clark, because he's one of these guys who just believes that he's done nothing wrong. And you can't fix that. You can't fix Kyrie. You can't fix Ben Simmons. You can't fix Russell Westbrook. Although, I will say Russell Westbrook gets in the game and plays his ass off. But you can't
Yeah.
fix these guys. They think they're awesome and they've done nothing wrong. And James Harden to come out and act like, oh, they had me on a leash. They wouldn't let me do what I want to do. And it's like, did you watch the playoffs? Dude, you had the ball the whole freaking time. You're the reason they lost. Because you had the ball, you were making the decisions, and you sucked. And so I just wish, this is one of these times I was thinking about this the other day, Clark. Where's Greg Doyle? Can we get Greg Doyle at one of these press conferences? Because, he's always doing the Skip Bayless thing. You weren't really clutch. What happened? He's always asking questions like that. Like, I want Greg Doyle in one of these press conferences. Yeah, James. Yeah, I heard everything you said, but you were terrible. I don't know what system you were running, but that system was absolutely awful, and you were terrible in the playoff game, and you're the reason that they lost. Don't you find it odd teams keep getting rid of you? I don't.
Yeah.
This is what we need. This is the kind of stuff that we need. You
Yeah,
said that, but
the reporter just get up there and just go, so you had like 3 turnovers at the end of this game and you guys ended up losing. Explain. It's like,
yeah, dude. Like, how did you have 40 points in 2 games and then the other 3 you didn't even show up? Like, your team needed you the most, and then you're going to complain that, oh, well, I took less money, and I should be allowed to do what? Like, they gave you the ball, they let you do everything, and you were in Game 7 against the Celtics. You look like you didn't even want to be there. So
yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I don't know what, again, I'm not a professional athlete, so I don't know, I don't understand, I don't understand why, like, for instance, Kyrie Irving they won the championship with Cleveland, and he was mad after the game, according to Brian Windhorst. It's like, what are you mad about, dude? Like, I don't get it. Again, it's
you
just
hit the game-winning shot.
Yeah. Well, again, these are things that I just don't get. I don't understand. It's like, what are you like? Like, yeah, I understand you got, like James Harden. Yeah, you guys lost in Philadelphia. You couldn't get out of the second round of the playoffs 2 years in a row. What did they specifically do that caused you such a problem that in some of the big games, like, he didn't play well? If you want to criticize like Doc Rivers or something like that, like he didn't make enough adjustments, like, okay, plenty of people have done that, have criticized Doc Rivers for that, but like, I don't know what else, what else, again, like you said, he had the ball in his hands, like, what else do you want? But again, that's why I just don't understand it. It's just, there's a disconnect here that I'll never fully get, because it's like, well, what did you want them to do?
Zero self-awareness.
Yeah.
Zero. And so, yeah, now that being said, basketball-wise, the Clippers are going to be good. That's a good team. Like, I don't think they're going to win the championship, but what does that matter? Like, they're going to be really good. They're going to be tough to beat. If they have everybody playing, they're going to be a pain in the ass. They're going to be better than Philadelphia is. I know nobody wants to hear that. I think Philadelphia will be much better off in the long run because James Harden is a cancer who will basically destroy everything that you have. He stunts the growth of all your young players because they never get the ball. So I think it's better for them. But that being said, I was right about James Harden, called it, and I'm going to be right again after he flames out with the Clippers. I will be right again. So anyway.